Um, uh, 1 month ago, Mashiba Hospital. We're getting to the bottom of this. The sorrow of loss is an eternal poison which stays with people forever. I see. If my mind can't remember the days, the people, I can just etch them in. Not into any notebook, but into myself. With poison. Lovely sunset. Mirai and Michiru are on the rooftop. Serial murders are scary stuff. 2 people dead in just a few days. And of all people, Takanashi and the painter Hinohara, people we know, are getting killed. So Seiichi died because somebody killed him. I just don't know what's going on. You gotta be careful, I mean it. This hospital might be bad news. Michiru, you listening? Mirai, I'll never forget them. Miss Takanashi or Mr. Hinohara. Yeah, you got it all in that notebook. No, not like that. The 2 of them live on in my heart as a poison that'll never heal. I realized something. There was a way to not forget people even without my notebook. So I'm not scared anymore. I don't have to feel losing my notebook now. That painting, Blight, taught me that. How the sorrow of loss is a poison, not an, it should be a. How the sorrow of loss is a poison that stays with people forever. That's right. The hole in my heart condemns me. The eyes that looked at me won't leave my head. The voices are screaming at me. I'll always hear. The feeling of their lives draining stays on me. Why did it come to this? Is there no going back? Those regrets torture me. I'm crying every night. Miss Takanashi and Mr. Hinohara won't come back. It hurts so much. It's no longer just memory, I'm sure. It's trauma. It won't leave my mind after a night's sleep. I want to throw up. I want it erased. I want to go back to the past and undo it. Each time, I truly feel it. Yes, these people, they're living on in me as poison. You don't regret it? Killing the 2 of them? I do. What? I do regret it, which is why I don't regret it. Michiru, I don't want to forget you either, Mirai. After all, you are my friend. Mirai. Please, last forever in me. Why the hell? Why did you get this way, Michiru? You were coping using your notebook. You found some new interests. What's one of Michiru's paintings mean to that? You looked like you were having the time of your life. You're right. I did enjoy it. And so I never want to lose it. Those memories didn't deserve to be just words on a flimsy piece of paper. Don't disappear on me. You can't leave my memories, Mirai. You should know, Michiru. I got a sickness. Something modern science can't cure. I'll die before I'm at all that old. And that's why I got abandoned as a baby. I'm living with the help of an orphanage now. That's why I'm a punk with dyed hair, who don't go to school that much. No friends either. Of course, nobody needs me. No matter what I do, I'm just gonna die soon, so seems like there's no point. Except, here at the hospital, you overcame your disorder just to come and talk to me. Every time I popped into your room since, you looked super glad. and you invited me to the exhibit. Excuse me? All of that made me pretty happy. I might not care about it myself, but I was happy to be needed by somebody. So if you'll be satisfied killing me here, then sure, whatever. Maybe I'd stay in people's memories better the way versus dying alone from illness. But it's a blight, yeah? Huh? Ain't you suffering? You don't really want to keep pain like this around forever. It's like the fun times you don't want to forget, right? So is there really a point? You just gotta forget the fun stuff and keep the pain with you forever? Sheesh, for real. I ain't gonna stop you. Do what you want. If you want to kill me, do that. I will not resist. But if it makes you suffer that much, I think the notebook's the better choice. What would it be, Michiru? I'm not wrong. This is the only way to keep those memories. I am not wrong. We continue our ongoing report on the Mashiba Hospital serial murders. There have been a total of 3 victims within the past month, yet the case remains shrouded in mystery. Other than that, all the victims being either patients or employees at Mashiba Hospital, there are few clues as to... You? Michiru, why are you in this room? You... Well then, I gotta put you back to sleep. It'd be a real problem if you remember the truth, Michiru. It's okay, Michiru. Whatever I do, you won't remember anything tomorrow. You'll only feel scared and hurt for a moment. I'll put you to sleep quickly. Today, bad little Michiru ends here. You. It's too late. I've remembered everything. What? I've been slowly searching each day for clues around the house, and I got back my memory at the hospital. These are memories I won't forget even without my notebook. That's inconceivable. For a year now you have been left unable to keep any memories for more than a day, right? As long as not in the notebook, you shouldn't be able to remember anything. That's wrong. I've been having dreams of it. My memory is up to now. And what I've done. Gosh, the music is freaking loud. It's a reality I like to turn away from. And yet, I can't make it so it never happened. Listen, you. I'm going to describe to you the events I remember at the hospital. The whole of the Mashiba Hospital serial murders from start to finish. And if I'm correct, then let's end this. Alright, go ahead and try, Michiru. See if you can tell me the truth of the year you couldn't possibly remember. So Michiru killed Seichi and the nurse and also Mirai? Uncover the truth. Remember the events once at a time and look back on the truth of the case. If you made it this far, there's nothing to fear. The only way is forward. Let's start from the beginning. What was the cause of my memory disorder? A car accident. Right, a year ago I lost my parents in a car accident and suffered from a head injury. It was a fateful day, alright, for me and especially for you. And that's what gave me my memory disorder. From then on I stopped making new memories. What happened to me after my injury? I was put in Mashiba Hospital. To have my injury treated, I was put in Mashiba Hospital. But the only memories I've recalled have been between now and 3 months ago. Before that, I had no memory notebook, and possibly half of those forgotten days was spent in a comatose state. Yeah, I just slept for about half a year after the accident, and then spent another 3 months all hollow. But those aren't what's important. This case began 3 months ago. So what happened 3 months ago? I started the memory notebook. Yeah, I began my notebook because Nurse Takanashi recommended it to remember Mirai. To remember who Mirai was. That little thing is what kicked it off. 9 months after the accident, you finally started trying to recover. Though I fumbled with it, with this, I can make memories once more. Next, 2 months ago, what happened? Seeing Blight. Yes, I encountered that painting. Painting? The reason for that was the painter Hinohara. I met a painter named Mr. Hinohara and was captivated by Miss Mishiro's paintings. My notebook really started to fill up after that. It was a very happy time. Yep, they even said you might be let out soon. But that's why. I couldn't accept just a memory notebook anymore. I want to keep these people in my mind. So when I saw Blight by an artist who also had memory loss, its message about loss being an eternal poison hit me hard. I see. I thought you seemed somehow odd since the day you went into that exhibit. So that one painting had that much of an effect on you, I never even considered. And what happened a month ago? The serial murders. Yes, the Mashiba Hospital serial murders occurred. The victims was Mr. Takanashi, Mr. Hinohara, and people precious to me, of course, because the sorrow of loss stays with me you as an eternal poison. That's right, the killer in Mashiba Hospital serial murders. Was the culprit? No. Seishi Hinohara? No. Was the culprit Michiru Orihara? Yes. She had the knife. Right. I destroyed the things I loved myself, and that pain, that poison, that sin was etched into my soul. That was it. That's what happened. That was the Mashiba Hospital serial murders. I remembered it all. Gosh, the music was loud. Stop it, Michiru. You have a memory disorder. You should just forget things like that. You lost your mother and father and got this disorder. I know you're tired. I can't, you. Miss Takanashi was so kind to me. Mr. Hinohara who taught me about art. And my only friend after the incident, Mirai. I can't make it so it never happened. I can't, so I poisoned myself with them. This poison will never go away. I have to carry that burden. Promise you, this is the end of all this, no secrets. So now it's your turn. Tell me what happened after the incident from me leaving the hospital to today. Why did I forget killing 3 people and live at home like nothing happened? I sheltered you. Just after your final crime act after you attacked Mirai Orihara. By chance, I went up to the hospital roof and witnessed the crime. And at that time, I had no idea why you've done such a thing, but I suppose the murders were your doing. Mirai, you were in a daze. You didn't look in your right mind. So I cleaned up the scene and disposed of your earlier notebooks. Later, the police and reporters came along because of your disorder and concern for your health. You weren't questioned much. And before long, you were dismissed from the hospital. You and I came home. You were calm, but you were still spacing out, like your mind was still distant. As you said, I guess your murders surpassed your faulty memory to stay in the back of your mind. So starting then, I decided to control and cleanse your memory. Cleanse? Yeah. 1. I wouldn't let you go outside or get any outside information. 2. I tried to weaken the memories of that day by putting you in a boring daily routine. 3. I observed your memory notebook and erased anything suspicious you wrote. I did that every day since you left the hospital. The murder weapon I kept, thinking it might be found if I discarded it. The bloody shirt from when I cleaned up the scene on the hospital roof. The thorough search I did on the 3 victims to be sure the police can trace you. In the end, it all backfired on me. So that was it. But that means you took on the crime of harboring me? I was desperate too. If you got caught, you'd lose the only family you had left, you know. I'm sorry, Michiru. I guess I just wasn't enough to satisfy you with your memory disorder. If I had been a better brother, I bet you wouldn't feel so lonely. I'm really sorry. Why did I forget? Because I took him there for granted. I thought the memory notebook was my world, and effectively my only ally. But even back then I was comatose. Didn't my brother support me? So if I lost my notebook, wouldn't my brother always be by my side? Help me as much as I needed? I should be sorry. I only thought of myself. I wasn't thinking of Miss Takanashi, or Mr. Hinohara, or Mirai, or you. I just panicked about losing my memory. I forgot the people who supported me and put a blight onto my own life. I was so foolish. It must have hurt them all. I'm sorry, Mrs. Takanashi, Mr. Hinohara, Mirai. I'm so sorry. Don't tell me she's gonna commit suicide. Three days later, you and I chose to turn ourselves in. We don't intend to run from our crimes. Even if they were temporary insanity, they were absolutely my crimes. But before that, you told me that there was someone he wanted me to meet. Michiru, please, Michiru. Oh, memories. The memories theme. Please. Please be Michiru. It might have been a painful place for you, but I think it is the best place. Hey Michiru, when you attacked Mirai Orihara here, I said I cleaned up the scene, but think about it. Somebody would have come up here sometime. There'd be no time to escape anywhere. Well, sure. I had a collaborator, someone who helped conceal your crime. Collaborator? Mirai. Yo. Mirai? Ain't a ghost. Michiru, you stabbed her. But that was it. She was the only one you stopped before killing. I don't know why, but I'm sure. At the last moment, maybe you realize your mistake and decide to stop. After I got shanked, I put up with my stomach hurting like hell talking to your bro. Then he put you to sleep and got away from the crime scene. Oh shit, I messed it up. Then I put on an act for the hospital peeps who came running up. Somebody stabbed me, didn't see their face. You too, Mirai? Why? You know, I mean, you didn't kill me, yeah? You stopped short all on your own. So, you know, I wanted to help you. We're, friends and all. Okay, maybe that's pushing it. Light up a storm to the cause after that, too. Mirai, I'm really glad you're okay. I'm sorry. Hey, Michiru. What, you? About that picture, Blight. Yeah? I saw it too, with the explanation and all. Blight. This is myself and my regret. Every night I mourn my mistakes and think of my lost past. It must look like a disgraceful, ugly thing. The meaning of Daphnes is undying. They bear poison berries just as I bear my regret, and so I leave it here, by way of my precious brush. I think this is what it's talking about. Mishiro Usui definitely put it in there. The regret she felt toward her memories, she spit it all out into that painting, so that she wouldn't look back anymore. So we, and you atone for all our sins, and live with them. I'm sure we can start anew. Yeah. No doubt. I'll continue to suffer from my poisons. Tomorrow's me will too, and the me after that. But even knowing they'll be eternal, I put them in me myself. Even if it's poison, they're precious memories. Until the day I can fully atone, those 3 months of poison will make me suffer. And I'll keep dreaming of that blight. Okay, so we have reached the end of the game. Oh, thanks, Kanao. I really have nothing really great to say about this game, but because it didn't really hit me back home that badly, other than the nostalgia I have from Mishiro being mentioned. Yeah, presses of music, you're back to make more music with this thing. Great. Well, this is a really awesome game, and it really did twist. It really did the plot twist. Because I initially thought you was the murderer, but then it turned out to be the protagonist, Michiru. So it is a pretty awesome plot twist in the end of the day. So, and the scare factor. Well, if the aim is to make this a horror game, it really did fail, because just the ominous hall and the toilet and all that kind of stuff. Well, within the first episode, I got over it, so it isn't really a horror game to me anymore. It's just me trying to dig out the truth. Blight Dream, Kanao 2017. Aww, this is a new game. And Mishiro is 28. The end. So this game, I would say that the actual game is a bit better than Blight Dream, because yeah, obviously it's developed in the 3D engine, but then there's no like different endings to this game, so there's not much replay value in this game. But all in all, it is a pretty good sequel to Blight Dream, because not only did they introduce new characters, but they also extended on the story of Seiichi Hinohara, which is Ayato's father and Mishiro's mentor for painting. So I'm really glad they didn't just introduce Seiichi in Blight Dream, but also they really extended his story in Blight Dream. So that's pretty good. But I didn't expect much to see Mishiro in this game at all. But yeah, pretty good plot twist, pretty good extension for a character that was just introduced in the last game, and pretty good game overall. But even if this game didn't hit me back home that hardly, it was a pretty good game in general. So I'm so glad that I reached the end of it. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in my next videos.